Alright, my name is Leslie Williams, and today's date is November 20th, 2013. As you can see by my watch, that it's exactly a little bit after 9:30, and this telephone is booting up right now. I'll be showing you the video picture of it right now. 9:34 a.m. on 11/20/2013. This is showing you a video picture of my tent and showing you that it is locked up. And the reason why I have to show you this video picture of my tent is because of the skanked out, filthy whores that are associated to the gang stalking, the organized stalking of me in San Diego County. Now, I'm a good woman. Okay, I've made numerous video files on the internet concerning what's happening to me, and the whole operation of gang stalking, which can also be called organized stalking, which can be extensively researched online by Googling it and YouTubing it. In your first day of research, you'll be able to see that creating homelessness of a target is one of the main objectives for a targeted individual, by getting landlords and property owners on board, and or by using postal employees on board to steal or delay the rent. They'll even go as far as renting apartments adjacent to a target, or gaining access to fellow tenants that are above, below, or next to a target, so they can engage in organized stalking harassment. In fact, last night I was reading some information that I had downloaded to my computer that I bought on May 29, 2013, I bought my own computer, so I could use Wi-Fi services and instead of having to depend on the libraries and public libraries and university libraries where I'm being gang stalked on a feverish scale. You would not believe what's happening to me. Now, just to backtrack for a second, so I can make a compliment note concerning what I've already stated. Go to YouTube and type in a note that's going to complement what I've stated. Go to YouTube and type in gang stalking bullying on steroids. You'll see that targeted individual stating that he has harassed every single place that he goes, and that he's even harassed at his own house, even by neighbors. Okay? And I recently just found out through an Examiner.com article that they eventually made that guy homeless. That's right. Now, yeah, in fact, I wish I had it literally in my backpack right now. I think it's inside the tent, or it might be in an area where I got some printed out material hidden already. Now, what is the point of why I'm making this? I am a human trafficking target. The individuals who are gang stalking me in San Diego and in the entire state of California, I do not know at all. I moved here to San Diego County on August 8, 2011, okay, from Connecticut. And I was in Connecticut for about 3 or 4 months, and then from Connecticut I came from Michigan. So I made a decision when I came to San Diego that I was not going to involve myself with anybody at the acquaintance level, the friendship level, the intimate level, that I would not even go with anybody anywhere concerning any type of environment or location that I could meet him at, like at a church. I don't go to church either, because go to Google and type in gang stalking in churches. Just do it. Just do it. It's the only thing I ask. Literally. Okay, if you just do it, you'll see I'm telling you the truth. And the reason why I say that is because with all the descriptions that I described to you in this video and in the other videos, you might think to yourself, how can all this be happening at so many of the different places that Leslie's saying that it's happening at? Well, let me just put it to you this way. Organized stalking and gang stalking is nothing but organized crime in the system that is using the system to perpetrate these criminalities. But it's also organized crime that's in the system that's set up with, connected to syndicated members that are in the community as well. White and blue-collar workers. Now, the ones that are in the system are legally using what is known as, but not limited to, the community notification, the offender's notification, and or more than likely, the sexual offender's notification, where totally and completely, and I'm talking about completely innocent human beings, just your average citizen, just like you, are being illegally and criminally put on these lists for no reason whatsoever. In other words, I should not be on these lists for anything that I've never done. I've never done anything that would put me on these lists at all. They're illegally and criminally putting people on these lists so the community can be notified that sign up for these lists. That's right. Also, they're also using techniques that are just like in the YouTube video that you can watch, Listen to a Stranger. Just do it. That's another combined technique that they use in order to dupe anybody and everybody that the targeted individual comes into. Like when I go to a business and I'm subject to organized stalking and gang stalking harassment by the business employees, management, and then individuals that are due to come in that act as customers. Okay, when I am harassed by them, it's because these people are being lied to, and or because some of them also might be syndicated members. Now you can go to Google and you can type in work mobbing and gang stalking. You'll see that is a term that describes how a fellow employee is being gang stalked at work by fellow employees in management. That's right. So you can, just by deducing that, you can automatically see that gang stalking is even happening towards fellow employees by their fellow employees and employers. That's right. So basically what it is, it's nothing but a protocol, a template of protocols, of methods, tactics, and maneuvers that they bring about against a targeted individual once they have been flagged and tagged. That's right. The system is involved in it at the federal, state, and local level. Make no mistake about it. Make no mistake about it. I'm talking about organized crime that is in the system at these levels. Okay? And what they're doing is illegally using law enforcement tools. Okay, because they're involved in syndicates that are involved in all different types of criminal motivations and aspirations that your mind can conceive. Human trafficking, racketeering, insurance fraud, land co-opting, property co-opting, mortgage co-opting, finance co-opting. That's right. Basically what they're doing, also in part, is using creative means by using the employment descriptions and the influences attached to them. As again, you can go to YouTube and type in "listen to a stranger" to see how easy it is to dupe anybody to do anything for an individual who has a appearing position of authority, who's using that appearing position of authority with a badge and a lie to get them to do anything for him. Okay? Now, if a detective, whether he's pretending to be a detective or a real detective, walks up to a property owner or landlord and says, "This woman or this man's under investigation," go to Google and type in "fake, bogus criminal investigation files" and gang stalking or organized stalking. Okay, and then you combine that with the badge. They approach a property owner or landlord and say, "This person's under investigation based on what's right here in this file." The property owner or landlord is more likely to believe it, and also they have enough experience with the system to know how the system can screw them over with housing inspectors, city inspectors, whatever. Okay, who can either be brought on board in these syndicates or who can be lied to themselves to do anything that they can towards a landlord or property owner if they do not cooperate in reference to what they're being asked to do concerning a targeted individual. That's right. And that goes, or anything for them that they want to do against the target individuals, like running apartments that are next to a target, gaining access to fellow tenants that are above, below, or next to a target's apartment for harassment purposes. Okay? They lie and say it's for surveillance because the target's involved in criminal activity. Completely, total, 100% complete, bogus, totally complete bogus lies. This is all done to aid and abet in the breaking down of the target to cause them to move, and if they won't move, they'll stage events at the apartment complex to cause the eviction. And if that don't work, or if they don't want to go that route, they'll use a post employee to steal or delay the rent. Go to Google and type in mail theft and mail delayment. The main objective for them, one of the first main objectives for organized stalking, gang stalking targets is to create homelessness of a target. Then they put and initiate and keep the gang stalking happening against the targeted individuals along all the routes, which includes assaults. Go to YouTube and type in "learning disabled woman brutally assaulted on an MTS bus." Then go to Google and type in "learning disabled woman exposes or explains how MTS assault video is altered." Do it. Okay? And why can't I get no help from the district attorney concerning that video being altered? That's right. Eric Pearson, a professor over at USD, who is a professor in communications that specializes in videos and images, he saw that video online and posted it to firstpost.com. That's right. And I got the evidence to prove he did it. I told the San Diego police that video was altered, and they didn't do one thing about it. And they didn't mention it in the police report concerning that assault either. I notified the district attorney's office concerning it in a faxed and a certified lettered mail that was sent to them, and by physical person. They have not done one thing about it or not recontacted me concerning it. Why? Is the question. Okay? Now, they create homelessness of a target and then subject the target to continued gang stalking of them along all the routes, which is usually just basic overt harassment that is perpetrated against the target to let the targeted individual know that they're being stalked, by sensitizing them to words, phrases, physical gestures, sounds, certain people, and certain types of people. and then the target is harassed with the overt sensitization that is represented for the targeted individual to either see and or hear on a daily basis. That in turn makes the targeted individual feel stalked because they got to know who you are and where you're at to do it. I got over 800 separate audio files of individuals getting along all my routes every single day and repeating the following: gang stalk, gang stalker, gang stalk, gang stalker, gang stalk, gang stalker, gang stalk, gang stalker, gang stalker. Oh my God, it's been caught inside of the San Diego Police Department headquarters. It's been caught inside of the San Diego City Council meeting chambers. That's right. They set up some assholes, neighborhood low-life bums, 120 feet away to hike out at. Then they cleared a ledge so they could walk from their hiking area to get about to right over there on the other side of where those black weatherization sheets are, right on the other side of that small creek. So they could stand on the end of the ledge and literally yell, gang stalk, gang stalker, oh my God, gang stalker, laugh, and then say other things to harass me while I'm in my tent trying to relax at night before I go to sleep. I put up with this every single day and night along all of my routes every single day. Come here. Talking to my squirrel. Come here, baby. There's a piece over here. Did you find it? Did you find it? Where is it? Huh? You can't find it? Look at him. You can't find it, baby. Come here, I'll give you a piece of bread. Come here. Well, I already gave him bread. I can't stop what I'm doing. I've already given him 2 pieces. Can't you find it, honey? And he's taking off. Anyways, because I got to stay on task. The point I'm trying to make is this. Is they create the homelessness of a target and then harass them everywhere they go, trying to basically break them down mentally, emotionally, psychologically, and even physiologically, because whenever you're being harassed by even the types of people they put along your routes to do it, gangish looking type people, threatening looking type people based on how they look and act while they're around you, while they're gaslighting you, okay? Now again, I got 800 separate audio files of individuals getting around me and saying, gang stalk, gang stalk, gang stalk, gang stalk, oh my God, gang stalk, oh my God, gang stalk, oh my God, in that way, non-stop, continuously, every single day. You could also go to YouTube and type in learning disabled woman catches gang stalker admitting sent to harass, read comments. Then go to YouTube and type in 2/20/13 learning disabled woman catches another gang stalker admitting sent to harass, and you got to listen to that video all the way to the last second. Cross-reference that video to the first video I just mentioned. That's right, they sensitize the target to words, phrases, physical gestures, sounds, and then just use different dupe dummies in the community to get around the target as a result of the tracking of the target to repeat what they've been sensitized to. And that's they form mental associations, and then what they do is just to use different dupe dummies in the community to get around the targeted individual to repeat what they've been sensitized to let them know they're being stalked. Then they'll create an event, okay, where they will not only create an event but also stage the witnesses to these events. They're called street theaters, to make it appear that the targeted individual is responsible for the event, whether it be an assault. They'll accuse the target of stealing something. They literally tried to accuse me of stealing my own bike on UCSD property on October 29, 2013. That's right. Now, I'm showing you this video because of the simple fact that if they had the ability to stalk you to apartment buildings and run apartments that are adjacent to you, and how they will stalk you to multiple different apartment buildings, multiple different motel rooms, do you honestly think they won't gang? And then along all the targeted individuals' routes, do you honestly think that they won't gang stalk them to where they're hiking at? They already are. And they'll lie about it up and down the road concerning it. You better believe they will. Because the individuals that are using these little bums, these little skanked out freaks that they're using, who are being probably paid off with charity services, okay? That's right. They'll lie about it up and down the road because the whole goal is to call the target crazy. In order to get syndicated probate control of a targeted individual, they got to create the homelessness so they can imply the target cannot take care of themselves, while they're also implying the target's crazy because the target's claim, from their statements, they say target claims they're being stalked by people they don't know. Target's delusional. They then file a false police report after the staged event. That's why the event was staged, to produce the police report. Or when the event was staged and the police come, they bait the target to open up about what's happening, and then they will petition the target in the county mental health or an area neighborhood hospital psychiatric floor based on the lie that the police officers deliberately and intentionally saying that the target's crazy because they're claiming they're being stalked and harassed by peculiar ways that don't make no sense, while they're claiming they've never heard of gang stalking. Even though in my possession right now I have at least 5 to 7 different printouts of other fellow targeted individuals right now in San Diego, and they're all claiming that they have contacted the police and they did not do one thing. So how can these officers act like they don't know what it is? It's total complete bullshit. Okay, you know, Mirage Shahan, she's another gang stalking target in San Diego. Sylvie L. Morales, Brian 2, TEW, Beth Donahue, was a previous target of gang stalking in San Diego. What was her name? There was another woman's name, I forgot who she was. Bonnie in Oceanside. Go to YouTube and type in Oceanside, California gang stalking and look for Bonnie's YouTube channel. Yeah, they're sensitizing her to colors and certain police agencies' police cars, and then just representing the color around her everywhere she goes, and the types of police cars. And that's done to see, they form mental associations to a word, phrase, physical gesture, sound, person or types of persons or colors, and even certain types of vehicles. I didn't develop their methods, I'm only exposing them. And if you take an investigative, mature posture in reference to investigating each description I've described in this video, you'll see I'm telling you the absolute truth. These are the methods of gang stalking. Now, the whole goal for them, the reason why the homelessness is created, is to attempt to take eventual syndicated probate control of the target so they can legally co-opt the target's finances by taking guardianship of them. Place them in a group home by claiming they can't take care of themselves while claiming they're delusional because they're see, what they want to do is imply the target's delusional because the target's complaining about actually being stalked when they are, but their whole goal is to try and paint the target as being delusional because of what the target's complaining about. Why would this be happening to you? They act like this. They go, Leslie, or any other target, they'll say, Leslie, why would people that you don't know be stalking you? And when they'll bait the target up and say, well, how are you being stalked? This is what the syndicated cops do. After an event happens and they're called either by the target or the perpetrators, the police arrive on the scene and they'll say, okay, what's going on? The target says, by then the target's already frustrated and aggravated, and the target, hoping that they get help, or even possibly trying to see how the police officer will involve themselves in this, is they'll actually say what's going on. They'll say, I'm being gang stalked everywhere I go. And they'll say, well, what's gang stalking? We don't understand what gang stalking is. Explain it to us. It's done deliberately, okay? So you'll open up about what's happening to you so they can say, well, you sound like you need a psychiatrist. You sound like you need a psychologist. Maybe we better call one out here, or maybe we better petition you in the county mental health. That's done for the insurance fraud, and that's done for the deliberate and intentional false mental diagnoses. Google that and cross-reference it to gang stalking. Just do it. Now, and they do this for the eventual accumulated documentation between the police reports and the doctor reports so they can take the syndicated probate control to co-opt the target's monthly Social Security checks, to exploit their insurance, and exploit the target sexually in a syndicated run group home they're put in as a result of the syndicated probate control, and these are the schemes and maneuvers they use to get it. The gang stalking continues in the group home. I got a blog printed out in my backpack right now of a targeted individual being gang-stalked. I don't know if he still is. It was written, I believe, in 2009. I just printed it out. I discovered it about a month and a half ago. He's being gang-stalked inside of a group home. The San Diego police are all over his blog. That's right. That's right. Being gang-stalked inside of a group home. Okay, and I've been saying it all along. Okay, human trafficking is another aspect of these criminal aspirations. Now, these criminal fucks act like all they gotta do, excuse my language, is commit these crimes, prevent you from getting any uncorrupted legal, like the police should be investigating these crimes. Instead, they're directly connected to them. Go to Google and type in a gang stalking tech, everything you need to know, a manifesto of a manager of gang stalking. Alright, I gotta stop what I was stating right there for a second so I can make this fast statement. This video applies to the next 60 days at this hiking area, even though I am preparing to move from here. If anything happens at this hiking area that causes me to move, get arrested, any of my property getting stolen, the tent, or any property that is hidden close by out of sight, okay, it will be directly connected to gang stalking, and the individuals that played a role in it will act like I'm crazy. They will act like they don't know what I'm talking about, because that's literally what. Do you really think a rapist will tell the truth about somebody he just raped? Hell no. The whores they set up 100 feet away will never admit it, and they'll try to act like I'm crazy. Even when they walk by and I take a video picture of them, they'll literally say, she's crazy. What is she taking a video picture of me for when they walk by? They literally do this because they want to even use my own video files to make me appear crazy. This is literally what they do. They go gang stalking from a distance, and then they walk by believing that I'll act out. So they can either catch me on their cell phones, yeah, and show it to police, or believing that I'll take out my video camera and take a video picture of them so they can literally say while I'm video recording them that I'm crazy, in order to alter your perceptions about me. Cyber surveillance is a method of these crimes. I've already made numerous videos of people that they have used in the past to gaslight me. That's a term that describes gang stalking and harassment along my routes. So whenever I see these individuals again, I take out my video camera, take a video picture of them, posted it to the internet. They see that I'm responding to the harassment and the people they've used through the cyber surveillance. So now they're doing is they're using people they've used before. They're told to, when they walk by me or get around me in the community, and they're told that if she takes out her video camera, say something that's negative about her, imply she's crazy, imply she's drunk. That's right. That way, when the video file is uploaded to the internet, your perception about me, okay, can be viewed as being off. And when they also might possibly use that video against me in court, they'll say, Leslie's taking a video picture of an individual who's just innocently walking by, minding his own business, and she's claiming that he's a criminal and that he's gang stalking her. Do you see how crazy Leslie is? This is literally what they do. I'm not just talking about guesstimating what they're trying to do. I'm talking about this is literally one of their tactics. Okay? Now, I was talking about a manifesto that's on the internet. Go to Google and type in a gang stalking tech, everything you need to know. It's a manifesto of a manager of gang stalking. It flat out states that entire police departments have been taken over. It flat out states that using the courts to entrap a target is one of their favorite methods. They'll even give a target evidence, hoping and believing that the targeted individual will take that evidence, hire a lawyer, go to court so they can entrap the target in the courts. Because the case is pipelined before a syndicated judge. That's right. That's right. Read the manifesto. It also talks about how diagnosing targets with schizophrenia is one of the favorite things they love to do. Now, my name is Leslie Williams. If any event transpires at this area, like me coming home and discovering any of my property is missing, that includes property that's hidden, they believe, when I notice it, that I'll go over there and approach them about it. Okay, they get on their cell phones because I know the way these assholes operate. They'll have two of them to be at the hiking area and another one be over at the ledge who's not letting himself be noticed. He'll get on the phone, or one of them will get on the phone and text message a third party to arrive in the area while they're acting normal, jogging by, acting like they're just jogging by in the area for no more reasons. They hear the verbal altercation and they call the police or a neighbor. Go to YouTube and type in gang stalking Berlin and series to see how neighbors are involved in the gang stalking of that guy, who they eventually made homeless. They're called street daters, staged events and gang stalking by baiting the target, provoking the target to approach them based on something they do covertly. They've already formed the mental association that they're involved in the gang stalking because they're yelling gang stalking from a distance. That's right, to harass me about it. Okay? Okay? And then they walk by and act normal. Because the manager of these expeditions who's involved in the cyber surveillance of me knows I'm taking video pictures of people that have harassed me. So when they walk by and act normal, they believe I'll get out my video camera and then they'll say, look at this woman, she's crazy. Why is she taking a video picture of us? Do you see how they operate? That's right. That's right. That's right. Because the whole goal to get the syndicated probate control is to imply the target can't take care of themselves because they're homeless, even though they're the ones who stole my rent that was mailed certified mail return receipt. I've been gang stalked to the last 4 or 5 apartments I've had. Okay? I got 2 books that I own right now. One of them's titled The Invisible Crime with Mike Fitzhugh-Bell. He talks about how they rent adjacent apartments next to Target. Google that. That's right. How they get landlords and property owners on board. Google that. How they will engage in mail theft and mail delayment. Rent. Post employees gang stalking. In fact, one of the books I got has got gang stalking at the post office mentioned in the title of it. Flat out. So what I do is I make a video prediction about what might occur and how it might come about as a result of deconstructing how they operate, and they operate based on their thinking. They're basically nothing but schemes brought about through maneuvers, protocols, methods, and tactics. That's right. And all their schemes are built upon and made by thinking. So what I do is I deduce the limitations of my enemy, the vanity of my enemy, the fears of my enemy, the confidence of my enemy, how they operate, their methods and tactics, their limitations, and what I do is I categorize them and itemize them, and then I look at how they operate through experience and educated knowledge, and then what I do is predict what they might do based on all of these attributes. That's right. And then I make video predictions. Now, if they do what I predict, which they've already done, hang on. When you go to YouTube and look at learning disabled woman brutally assaulted on an MTS bus, that assault was predicted by me 11 days before it occurred in an email file, which I printed out the day it was made on September 29, 2011. And then I also, hang on, when it was made, I also copied and pasted it into a Word document program and then downloaded that Word document file to a USB drive, which saved the date electronically, which will literally show you in the email file that I predicted that an assault would occur 11 days before it happened. In the email, I stated there's a great likelihood I'll be assaulted either riding my bike, walking, or on public transportation, and 11 days later I was brutally assaulted on public transportation, and then MTS sent me an altered video of the assault. Go to Google and type in learning disabled woman exposes how MTS assault video is altered. That's right. That's right. That's right. Now, does that tell you that I had reason to predict that I'd be assaulted? Hell yeah. And where it might happen at based on how they don't like to do these kinds of things in public libraries, stores, because then stores can be premise liability, universities, no. So they had to pick it either like at a hiking location or along my walking routes out in the general public, so no specific place or person could be sued. But then they were stupid enough to alter the video, and they did that because the individual who assaulted me was engaging in gang stalking tactics 5 minutes before the assault, so then they altered it out of haste and then realized that wasn't going to work, and so they then just limited the assault video to be only 2 minutes long. That's right. My name is Leslie Williams, and then they went in my email account and erased that email prediction. That's right. In fact, they erased all email files from July 20th of 2011 to October 10th, 2011, the day of the assault. That's right. My name is Leslie Williams. I'm in San Diego, California. I was literally gang stalked as I was hiking 150 feet for 6 months from the San Diego FBI building when I came here to San Diego on August 8, 2011, up until February 20th, 2012. So do you really honestly think the federal government wants that to be known? Are you serious? Look. These expeditions are being managed at the federal, state, and local level. I'll just put it to you this way. Can they be managed at the federal, state, and or local level? Who's got the ability to be able to work with MTS to stage an assault and then alter the video of it? If I am assaulted along any of my routes, whether it be on buses, I don't care if the individual, I don't care who's involved, I don't care how old the person is or how old the persons are that act as witnesses. Okay? I don't care. I flat out do not care because these individuals will even use children. Google that. Now, it's not stalking by gangs. It's nothing but organized crime in a system that's using their employment descriptions to influence and dupe community members to do things for them. Yeah, a lot of it's achieved through character assassination and slander. Again, go to YouTube and type in "listen to a stranger." I do what I do to expose the truth so the truth can be known for what it is in reference to what's actually and factually happening to me. I'm a human trafficking terrorist. Ain't nobody human trafficking me. Ain't nobody gonna take over my life, put me in a group home with a bunch of strangers run by criminals so they can continue the expedition in these homes, to human trafficking me in an isolated environment, to exploit my insurance by staging events in these homes, blaming me for them, telling me I gotta go into the psychiatric floor to get on other medication because I'm out of control, because I'm causing problem with other clients, even though these are staged events that they do in these homes, just like they do out and about in the community, to make it appear they got a legitimate reason to put you back into the hospital so they can bilk the insurance again. And all the money that's made from the insurance fraud, the syndicated probate control of your finances, and the human trafficking is all shared by them. At the beginning of the manifesto, it flat out states they're a mutual for-profit organization. Go to Google and type in organized stalking or gang stalking and human trafficking. Group homes. Do what I tell you to do. So then maybe you can think to yourself, how many innocent, normal, average American citizens are trapped in these groups homes and are being exploited? That's right. They go after single women, single mothers, people on disability. They're targeting the elderly like you would not believe. Like you would not believe, which makes me mad. And veterans. Oh. You know, the fact that they're doing this to single mothers because they separate the child from the mother to put the child in foster care. Go to YouTube and type in Connie Marshall, Louisville, Kentucky, gang stalking target. They targeted her because she was whistleblowing about her grandchildren being illegally put in foster care. That's right. Alright, I gotta go. Thanks for listening. You know today's date because I showed you a video picture of my cell phone. I appreciate you listening, and have a nice day. And this video means that it applies for the next 60 days at this area, GILL. I'm a woman, not a man. Code word. Thank you.